Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning back into Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about this new Purity Ring album, Womb. So this is the highly anticipated third full-length album from the Canadian electropop duo, and it's actually been quite a bit since their last album, Another Eternity, 5 years actually. And throughout that span of time, they've teased this release a couple times, but fans have pretty much been kept in the dark, where recently the website popped up, it had a maze on it, and if you went through it, you unlocked the single Pink Lightning. But now we're finally here. The new album is out, and kind of makes me wonder what they were doing for 5 years. Purity Ring's been known to make this sad, watery blend of electropop, but they're able to take these feelings of sadness and loneliness and turn it around and make it almost uplifting, as I do think that's a majority of where the appeal of their sound comes from. Their debut album, Shrines, which I enjoy, is still to this day a pretty celebrated and influential electropop album, and they even gained a bit of crossover appeal in the world of hip-hop, collaborating multiple times with Danny Brown, most notably for the single 25 Bucks off of his old album. Their second album saw them building upon a lot of the momentum that they had received off of Shrines, and actually expanded their sound, I think, into newer territories, reaching greater heights with even brighter production. And the track Body Ache was a pretty big single for them, attracting even more fans and getting more attention on what they were doing. And now we have a new album, Womb, over here, which actually sees Purity Ring sticking too much in their own wheelhouse to the point where they sound uninspired and everything is bland as hell. The instrumentals on this album are very forgettable. Also, there is a severe lack of strong hooks on this album too. Take the track Peacefall, for example. I mean, they're just really phoning it in, it sounds like, on this chorus, as it repeats way too much. Also, the instrumentation on this cut sounds very muddy, and all the sounds end up just bleeding into one another and just sound like a big mess. Vocally, I've never been too huge on Purity Ring, as I do think they come off very one-dimensional, but on the second track, they end up pitch-shifting Megan's vocals down and warping them for the beginning, and it just doesn't sound that great. It's kind of random. And I guess the track I Like the Devil does have a slightly different flavor going on in it, with some more pianos incorporated and a little bit more emphasis on the bass elements, but it's not the most exciting track. It's almost like a chore to get through it. So yeah, I mean, you just don't get much from this album. It's kind of just like one blah track after another. And a lot of this album is extremely forgettable, and it's even hard for me to recall back at times, like, what track is what on here. Again, not really sure why it took 5 years to fine-tune this thing, because it's not like they're doing anything new instrumentally, they're not taking any risks, and they're also not even improving or expanding on their own sound. Also, lyrically, I was hoping that they would pull out something interesting, because their themes and their topics and imagery can typically be pretty grotesque, but even that aspect of this album is reeled in a bit. So yeah, this thing just was not for me. I still think Shrines is their best, and with that being said, I'm feeling a 4 over here on Womb. There are a lot of variants floating around if you're interested in collecting this album. The coolest one that I saw came through Vinyl Me Please. It's at a 750, and it's on the gray-white marble. 4AD and Purity Ring's website both still have the purple limited variant in stock, and if you want to go collector crazy, Rough Trade out of the UK has a red variant. And if you listen to this new Purity Ring album, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and share, and if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.